Meditations, an Emperor's Inner Monologue. Opening, From Throne to Desk, a Soul's Questions. In 161 AD, a young man named Marcus Aurelius climbed onto the throne of the Roman Empire. He didn't grab it through bloodshed or schemes. He was handpicked by the previous emperor, Antoninus Pius. His reign wasn't a peaceful paradise. It was a storm of wars, plagues, and turmoil. Yet, between the battles, he grabbed a pen, writing in army tents and on horsebacks, crafting a timeless philosophical work called Meditations. This isn't a bold speech for the ages, it's a quiet chat with himself, an emperor probing his own soul. The book skips fancy language, organized chapters, even a clear title. It's Marcus mulling over his life, wrestling with humanity, fate, and death. He wonders, how do you stay steady when everything's shaky? How do you keep your core intact with power all around? How do you handle pain and loss? This isn't preachy wisdom from on high, it's a quest we all feel in our bones. Have you ever longed for calm amid life's noise? Ever searched for solid ground when fate's tossing you around? Marcus's tale tells us real strength isn't out there in conquest, it's inside, in taming your own mind. Let's step into his world and dig into the brilliance of this philosophical gem. Chapter 1: The Emperor's Shadow, a Thinker in Chaos. Marcus Aurelius came into the world in 121 AD, born to a noble Roman family, raised to rule someday. His adoptive dad, Antoninus Pius, was a kind emperor who kept Rome peaceful for over 2 decades. At 17, Marcus was named heir and started diving into philosophy, especially the Stoic kind. He loved poring over Epictetus' words, a former slave who said, "You can't stop the rain, but you can choose how you stand in it." When he took the crown, Marcus faced an empire on edge. Germanic tribes from the north kept storming the borders, lighting up the frontiers with war. The Parthian Empire in the east flexed its power, testing Rome's dominance. Worst of all, a plague tore through the land, taking countless lives, including his cherished wife, Faustina. He ruled for 19 years, nearly half of it spent in the thick of battle. He didn't call shots from a shiny palace, he wore rugged soldier's clothes, sharing meals and bunks with his troops. He once wrote by the Danube in a freezing wind, "At dawn, when you hate getting up, think of those already moving, tackling the duties you'd rather skip." So why would an emperor like him to write Meditations? It wasn't about showing off or teaching the world a lesson. He wrote to steady himself in a whirlwind of chaos. His notes don't gripe about life's raw deal, they nudge him again and again, accept what's out of your hands, tweak what's in them. What's that kind of headspace like? Picture a guy in royal purple, quietly debating philosophy with himself. His shadow shows us true might isn't bossing others around, it's keeping yourself in check. Let's zoom in on his day-to-day. On the march, he'd sat in a muddy camp, scribbling by a dim flicker of fire. Soldiers huddled by the flames for warmth, while he sat alone in a tent corner, scratching thoughts onto parchments. He wrote, "Today I saw a horse fall, its legs snapped, and the soldiers cried for it. I told myself, this is just nature at work." That calm takes reveals how he saw life's depths. He wasn't numb, he cushioned his heart with logic. Then there was the time he got word on the battlefield that his wife had passed. He didn't wail, he walked to the river, staring at the current for a long stretch. That night, he wrote, "She's gone, what's left? To live on, to do what's right." That self-control isn't detachment, it's his hold on duty. He knew the empire's load still sat on his shoulders, and he couldn't crumble. His journals packed with bits like these, an emperor in a mess, finding calm with ink and paper. His early years deserve a mention too. He was a frail kid, often carted off to the countryside by his mom to breed easier. He'd watched farmers work the fields, struck by how their plain lives felt more real than Rome's flash. That stuck with him, shaping his philosophy down the line. He wrote, "Think of those farmers, they don't fuss about tomorrow, they just dig. That's how I should be. Those childhood days built his taste for nature and simplicity, anchoring him even on the throne. Chapter 2. The Stoic Key: Fate Meets Reasons. Meditations hinges on Stoicism, a Greek philosophy that puts reason front and center as life's guide. Marcus soaked it up, convinced the universe runs like clockwork, every moment linked to a cause. He wrote, "Everything that happens is natural. If it bugs you, change how you look at it." It sounds simple, but it's the backbone he leaned on in a wild world. He saw life as a stage play, each of us handed a role. He wrote, "You are the actor, fate's the director. You don't write the lines, but you pick how to deliver them." That mindset let him stare down war and plague without blinking. He jotted about a general's death, not fuming, but noting, "His parts over mine keeps rolling." Embracing fate wasn't surrendering, it was stepping into it with purpose. He figured pain springs from how we size things up, not the things themselves. Like losing someone close, fate takes them, but we decide to mourn. Reason was his weapon against hurt. He wrote, "If something stings, it's not the thing, it's your spin on it. You can flip that spin whenever." It might sound tough, but it's how he patched himself up. He lost 9 kids, each loss tearing him open, yet he reasoned, "Death's a loop we all ride." He'd imagine peering down from above, seeing life flash by like bubbles in a stream, here then gone. That big picture view kept him cool in grief. Stoicism also pushed him to lock in on the present. He wrote, "Don't stew over yesterday or sweat tomorrow, you've just got now." That hit hard for him, with war clouding the future and plague snatching folks overnight. He'd watched soldiers train in camp, reminding himself, "I'm breathing right now, thinking right now, that's enough." That focus carved order out of chaos. Let's dig into how he lived it. He once wrote about a spat with the Senate. Someone pushed for higher taxes, and he fought it, worried it'd crush the poor. He wrote, "I got mad, but I stopped and asked, what's this anger worth? Taxes might happen, but I can stay calm." He cooled off with reason and talked the Senate into a fairer plan. That self-talk was his daily drill. He believed feelings fade, but reason lasts. He tossed in metaphors to nail down fate too. He wrote, "Life's a river, and you're a rock in it. The current hits you, but you don't have to drift." That image came from watching the Danube's rush fail to budge solid stones. He made it his motto, "No matter the uproar, stand firm like that rock." Those vivid words made his ideas pop and stick. But his philosophy wasn't heartless. He cried, he raged, he admitted it. He wrote, "Today a barbarian's arrogance ticked me off, but I asked, why's he like that? Maybe fear's driving him, same as me." That self-check is Stoicism's core. He broke down emotions with reason, not letting them run the show. His words push us to think, what can pain teach us? Is fate a foe or a mentor? His life answers, it's a mentor if you're ready to listen. Chapter 3. The Inner Fortress: Daily Self-Discipline. Meditations isn't a polished philosophy book, it's Marcus' collection of quick notes. Every day, he'd jot a few lines, reflecting on his actions, keeping himself on track. He wrote, "Wake up and tell yourself, today I'll face hassle, ingratitude, arrogance, but they won't break me, because I've got my reasons." That's the rule he set for himself, an emperor's self-reign. He zeroed in on taming wants. He wrote, "You need little bread, water, a basic bed. The rest is extra." It's not monster-like denial, it's his guard against power's traps. As emperor, he could have drowned in riches, but he picked a plain life. He recalled a banquet once, gold cups and plates everywhere, yet he grabbed just bread and water. He said, "This is what nature hands me, the rest is man-made baggage." That restraint kept the luxury from rotting him. He nudged himself to stay kind too. He wrote, "If someone wrongs you, don't hit back. Their bad's their load, your good's your freedom." That's a tall order on a battlefield. A general betrayed him once, but he didn't execute him, saying, "If he's wrong, time will show it. If I'm wrong, I'll fix it." That mercy isn't weakness, it's strength. He trusted good and bad to sort themselves out, he just had to do right. Marcus cared about getting along with folks too. He wrote, "We're made for each other, teach them or put up with them." He dealt with aides, soldiers, enemies daily, but never griped. He wrote, "Today I met a fool, but I thought, I've been foolish too." That empathy kept him human, even up high. Let's check out his hands-on practice. He wrote about a moment with his soldiers. Someone swiped camp food, and instead of punishing, he gathered everyone, saying, "We're family, sharing beats blaming." He split his own rations with them, going hungry himself. He wrote, "That felt good, because it was right." That move showed his heart and earned his men's respect. He drew lessons from nature too. He wrote, "Watch a spider spin its web, bees build their hives, they don't moan, they just do." By the Danube, he saw birds taking flight and wrote, "They soar off, no questions, just wings. I should too." Those natural scenes mirrored his soul, nudging him to flow with life. He loved catching sunrises, writing each time, "A new day's up, still got a shot." That little ritual fueled him daily. His discipline had soft edges too. He reflected on a flare-up once, writing, "A rude aide annoyed me today, but I wondered, why's he acting out? Maybe he's got troubles." He talked it out privately and found the guy was stressed over family woes. He wrote, "Understanding trumps scolding." That tweak made him a gentler leader. Chapter 4, Death's Mirror, Ultimate Peace. Death pops up over and over in meditations. Marcus lived in a time of plague and war. Death was everywhere. He wrote, "You've lived this long, it's like one day. What's left is just borrowed time." Facing death head-on wasn't gloom, it was freedom. He saw it as nature's endgame, nothing to fear. He looked at death from all angles. Sometimes it's sleep, death's just a longer nap, you practice it nightly. Sometimes a cycle, you'll sink back into the earth, like leaves to soil. Or cosmic, your body turns to dust, your soul blends into the whole. What's scary about that? Those images turned death from a threat into a pal. He used death to spark living now. He wrote, "Say you've got one day left, what would you do? Don't waste it on nonsense." That mattered to him, with plague ready to strike any second. He noted a friend's passing. Yesterday he laughed, today he's gone. Me, how long have I got? That urgency kept him locked on what counts, like running the empire and refining himself. Let's see how he grounded that death view. He watched a battlefield slaughter once, hundreds of soldiers down. He wrote, "Their blood soaked the ground, but I told myself, this isn't my fault, it's war's way." He didn't wallow, he organized help and buried the dead. Death ends it, but the living have work left. That cool head kept him sharp in crisis. He logged a plague moment too. He wrote, "I saw crowds dying, bodies stacked in streets. I asked, is this awful? No, it's nature." He went to the plague zone himself, cheering doctors, comforting the sick. He wrote, "I might die too, but I'm here now, that's my job." That bravery came from knowing life inside out. His take on death shaped his rules too. He avoided pointless wars, knowing each one meant piles of bodies. He wrote, "Victory's shining fades fast, but the dead don't come back." He dodged massacres when he could, even sparing FOs. His aides didn't get it, but he said, "I'd rather be known for mercy than cruelty." That awe of death made him a rare kind of emperor. His death view had a personal warmth too. He wrote, "I think of my kids, some gone, some here. I don't pray for their long lives, just true ones." He died at 49, likely from plague or exhaustion. His last words, they said, were, "Go meet the rising sun, no more tears." That farewell sums up meditations: accept calmly, push forward boldly. He lived his philosophy right to the end. Chapter 5, The Empire's Echo Philosophy and Power in Harmony. Marcus's philosophy wasn't just private musings, it tied right into his emperor gig. He ruled Rome at its peak, but cracks of decline were showing. Meditations isn't only a diary, it's a quiet take on the empire's fate. He wrote, "Everything shifts, the empire too. Don't cling to it lasting forever." That clarity kept him level-headed in the glory. His reign was full of hurdles. He took over an empire worn out from past rulers' sprawl. Plagues thinned the people, wars drained the cash. He wrote, "I'm patching this giant machine daily, but it'll stop someday." He didn't chase more land, he focused on holding the line. He built forts up north to block barbarian raids. In the east, he talked peace with Parthia to dodge all-out fights. His aim wasn't growth, it was keeping things steady. He faced rot inside too. Rome's nobles chased pleasure, the Senate bickered over power. He wrote, "I see them squabbling over scraps, forgetting our shared fate." He tried fixes, but hit walls. He wanted fewer slaves, but nobles pushed back. He aimed to cut taxes, but money men said no. His philosophy let him roll with those flops. He wrote, "I did my best, time will sort the rest." Let's peek at his calls in action. He led a fight by the Danube once, Germanic tribes charging hard. He didn't rush to attack, he sent negotiators, hoping for peace. He wrote, "War's the last resort, peace is the real win." Talks fell apart, so he struck and won. He wrote, "I took the victory, but it's no thrill, just duty done." That caution showed his grip on power. He handled a revolt too. A local governor tried a coup, but Marcus didn't execute, he dug into it, finding rumors had stirred the guy up. He let him off, just asking him to retire quietly. He wrote, "Forgiving steadies things more than punishing." That kindness won him respect and spared a civil war. His rules reflected his good side too. He pardoned plenty of enemies, even a rebellion's ringleader. He wrote, "Anger fixes nothing, mercy wins hearts." His crew dubbed him Philosopher King, but he laughed, "I'm just a tired guy trying to do right." His gentleness warmed the empire, though hardliners saw it as soft. The push-pull between his ideals and power makes you wonder, how much can a leader live their principles? Marcus's story says philosophy points the way, but reality demands trade-offs. Chapter 6. Timeless Ripples, Today's Reflections. Meditations hit the page 1,800 years ago, but it still rings true for us. Marcus's words cut through time, tapping on our modern hearts. We're in an age of info overload, wrestling with stress, pressure, and the unknown. His wisdom lights the way. His accept and adjust rule helps us tackle life's bumps. Take a work setback, it's unavoidable, but we can see it as a chance to grow. He wrote, "Obstacles are part of the path. Next time you're stuck, ask, what can I change? What can I let be?" That quick rethink cuts whining and boosts peace. He wrote about a botched battle once, "I lost, but I learned how to do better." That's a vibe worth stealing when we flop. His call to focus on now fits our distracted world. Phones and social media yanked us around. Marcus says, "You've only got this moment." Try ditching the screen, feeling your breath, or eyeing the leaves outside. Life's simpler than it seems. He wrote in camp, "I hear the wind, see the fire, that's all there is right now." That sharpness pulls us out of the clutter. He suggested carving out alone time too, be with yourself to hear your own voice. That's gold for us today. His death takes eases our future fears. We dread aging, sickness, even AI's rise. Marcus says, "Death's natural, don't let it weigh you down." He shows life's length is out of reach, but its depth's ours to shape. What did you do today that felt good? He wrote, "I fixed a soldier's boot today that filled me up." Those small wins reframe how we see life. His kindness and restraint guide our people skills too. Online, fights and mix-ups are endless. Marcus says, "Don't snap back, think why they're acting out." Next time you're itching to argue online, pause. Is it worth it? He met a rude envoy once and wrote, "I wanted to snap but thought, Why's he like this? Maybe he's just beaten. He sent the guy water and got an apology back. That patience can cool our clashes too. Let's chew on his practical tips. He said setting a morning goal. Today I'll finish one thing, even just a letter. That's a nudge for us. Try aiming small, like reading a page or walking 10 minutes, stacking up wins. He also said watch folks around you, see their hustle, their fights, you'll value your own life more. That pulls gratitude out of our rush. His philosophy isn't pie in the sky, it's hands-on help. Every line's a seed, planted in us, waiting for water. It reminds us, times change, but the big questions how to live, how to face ourselves stay the same. His insight's a beacon, steering us through today's haze. Closing. Your own meditations. Marcus Aurelius built an inner stronghold with meditations. He found quiet in war's roar, kept his humanity amid power, and hugged life as death closed in. His words aren't brainy lectures, they're a roadmap for living. He tells us, you can't run the world, but you can run your soul. This book doesn't demand you turn philosopher, it invites you to start your own reflections. Grab a pen, scribble your doubts, your dreams, your fixes. Marcus says, your life's what your thoughts make it. What'll your meditations look like? It might not have an emperor's throne, but it's got your one-of-a-kind story. Let's take a page from Marcus, listen to ourselves in the racket, find steady ground in the flux. His journey proves real freedom's not out there in winds, it's up here, in your mind's heights. May you find your own space to reflect, living calm and true on your path.